get ready for yet another explosive scandal. Keir Starmer, Labour leader and Prime Minister, has been caught out once again during an ITV interview, this time exposing himself as the grifter he really is. Starmer's calm and smug demeanour may fool some, but the internet is ablaze with reactions that paint a far different picture. In today's video, we'll dissect the controversial interview where Starmer's hypocrisy over accepting high-value gifts comes under the spotlight. We'll also dive into the public backlash and discuss the latest developments from across the UK. But before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more explosive content on British politics. Now, let's get into why the British public is furious with Keir Starmer and why this may just be the tip of the iceberg. Keir Starmer, once hailed as Labour's answer to a chaotic Conservative government, has been caught out again. In a recent ITV interview, Starmer was questioned about his cosy relationship with Arsenal Football Club and his acceptance of high-value gifts. Since becoming Prime Minister, Starmer has been offered an estimated £17,141 worth of perks, including Arsenal season tickets and other gifts from donors. The scandal erupted when Starmer, during the interview, tried to justify accepting these perks by citing security concerns. He claimed that as Prime Minister, he could no longer sit in the general stands at Arsenal matches for security reasons and had instead accepted tickets for more exclusive, secure seating. Starmer argued that this decision was necessary to avoid burdening the taxpayer with increased security costs. Let's check out this moment.
There's a lot of attention on your relationship with Arsenal. Can you clarify what it is?
Yes, very happily. I've had season tickets at Arsenal for a long time now, up in the stands, where I've gone with my boy and my friends for year after year after year. Now I'm Prime Minister. The security advice is that I can't go into the stands. Or if I did, you'd have to put so much sort of security in that it would cost the taxpayer a fortune. As a result, I've been offered tickets elsewhere in the ground where it's more secure. We don't have to use taxpayer money on additional security, and that's why I've taken the decision that I have. I think most people watching this would say, well, fair dues. I think they'd think I was pretty self-centred if I said, I'd much prefer to be in the stands, by the way. If I said, I'm going in the stands and you, the taxpayer, are going to have to pick up the tab for the security. I'm not really going to do that.
The British public wasn't buying it. Social media exploded with accusations that Starmer was completely out of touch with ordinary people. He's asking the public to tighten their belts while accepting thousands in freebies for himself, and it's not going down well. One of the most scathing comments from a member of the public read, "Starmer is further proving how out of touch he is. You're a freeloader and a hypocrite, and we all absolutely hate you." Another chimed in with a scornful remark, "I'm asking pensioners and single mothers to make sacrifices, but as Prime Minister, I'll just take whatever free gifts come my way. Champagne socialism in action." The criticism didn't stop there. Rob, another angry Brit, wrote, "Starmer, you are a total hypocrite and completely out of touch with ordinary people. Please resign." The internet was relentless in its condemnation of Starmer's actions, with many pointing out that his decision to accept these perks while cutting crucial benefits, like winter fuel payments for pensioners, revealed his true priorities. One commenter sarcastically remarked, "Starmer's biggest dilemma isn't about balancing the UK economy. It's about which £2,000 pair of designer sunglasses to accept from one of his wealthy mates." In the same breath as he's taking luxury gifts, Starmer has been accused of snatching the winter fuel payment from pensioners, an essential lifeline for many elderly people as the colder months approach. His refusal to scrap the two-child benefit cap and continued austerity measures have left the most vulnerable in British society feeling abandoned. While Starmer's government claims they're making tough decisions to fill a £22 billion black hole in public finances, many feel the Prime Minister's lifestyle doesn't reflect the sacrifices he's asking of the British people. The juxtaposition between his own indulgence and the hardships faced by millions is drawing sharp criticism from across the political spectrum. The fury isn't just coming from the public. In a recent interview, political commentator Emily Hudson didn't hold back, accusing Starmer of hypocrisy and double standards. Hudson raged, "If this were a Conservative Prime Minister accepting all these free gifts, there would be absolute outrage." Yet Starmer's donations are quietly ignored by many, despite his talks of difficult decisions. The only tough choice he's making is between free holidays or front-row seats at football matches. Even Labour supporters are starting to question Starmer's priorities. His promises to make Britain fairer seem increasingly hollow as he continues to accept perks from wealthy benefactors while slashing benefits for those who need them most. But the drama doesn't end there. Starmer and his government are facing an even bigger challenge with the country's dire financial situation. New figures from the Office for National Statistics, ONS, reveal that public sector borrowing is at its highest since the COVID-19 pandemic. The UK government borrowed a staggering £13.7 billion in August 2024 alone, an eye-watering £3.3 billion more than the same time last year. This puts borrowing levels at their third highest August figure on record, only behind 2020 and 2021. While tax revenues have grown, rising costs for public services and benefits have far outweighed the increase, pushing the country deeper into debt. With public sector debt now standing at 100% of the UK's GDP, Labour's promises of economic recovery are looking shakier by the day. The Chief Secretary to the Treasury, Darren Jones, issued a stark warning when these figures were released, stating, "We inherited an economy that wasn't working for ordinary people. Today's borrowing figures show we're dealing with the highest August borrowing on record. We're now taking the tough decisions needed to fix the foundations of our economy." The message is clear: Labour's fiscal agenda is in serious trouble. With inflation still high and borrowing costs spiralling, Starmer and Chancellor Rachel Reeves are under immense pressure to balance the books, without tanking the economy in the process. Keir Starmer's latest scandal is more than just a bad look for the Prime Minister. It highlights the growing disconnect between his leadership and the struggles faced by ordinary Brits. While he enjoys VIP football seats, designer sunglasses and lavish gifts, pensioners are left in the cold, literally, as they lose their winter fuel payments. As Labour's public borrowing hits record levels and the public's trust in Starmer rapidly declines, the Prime Minister faces a mounting crisis of credibility. Can Starmer weather the storm of criticism, or will this latest scandal be the beginning of his political downfall? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: the British public is watching closely, and they're not happy. What do you think about this latest scandal? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on UK politics and beyond. Thanks for your attention.